And I guess this here is a man at the No Kings rally in Chicago who urged people to grab guns and shoot ICE agents. He's been identified as, is it Moises Bernal, an employee of Wilbur Wright College in Chicago. Here, watch this clip.
We got to turn around the guns on this fascist system. These ICE agents got to get shot and wiped out. The state machinery, that's a full display right there, has to get wiped out.
I mean, that's not free speech right there.
No, I would just call on this man to get fired. It's obviously a state-funded university. He should get fired immediately. There should be no government employee, particularly in the education system, whether it's primary or secondary education or post-secondary education. Every one of them should be fired that have these attitudes of calling for death. This is controlling so much of what's happening in education right now. I said the same thing after the Charlie Kirk murder, and people were praising that murder, and many were government employees. They should be immediately let go for cause. It is an outrage that this is not free speech. And in fact, when it comes to employment in some government system, you cannot be kept in your job when you have certain kinds of speech that are harmful to what you're doing. It's absurd when you're calling for death. We grant and should grant a lot of levity in that area. There's no doubt about it, because we want Americans to be able to speak their minds and say what they think. But when you are calling for violence, you are in a position of public trust when you're receiving money from the government for your salary. And that breaches the public trust. You cannot trust people like that who are training young people, because their whole focus is somewhere else except the mere training of people. We've got a massive breakdown in our education system. It's one of the great problems we have. But it's the sources of funding that is a real problem in what we're looking at here when you consider who's behind this and why they're doing it.